Yo, peace and love, family. It's the Hood Psychologist. I'm back at it again with the legendary
Nia Queen, and it's the What's Good With You podcast.
What's good with you? What's up, Nia?
What's up with you? You back?
Man, you told everybody I was sick last time. I was down. I was sick. It is a sickness, mentally though. I was a little mentally sick. I was down. Okay. I was drained. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had a COVID. I know everybody's like, I got like 20 messages like, you got COVID? You sick? I'm like, she said the wrong words. Nah, I was down and out, but I'm back.
But you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
And you seem very well, so I'm happy to see you again. I'm happy to be back in the studio again. How was your week?
Progressive, man. Progressive. Going through a lot of progressions, a lot of life changes, and being fearless with it. I think a lot of times we hold ourselves stagnant because we be so comfortable, with the life the mentality that we built for ourselves.
Right.
But when you change that, you got to go through the growing pains. You got to go through the progressions and all that. So, I've been just taking it step by step, going through every emotion. You know what I'm saying? Just growing, growth mindset.
Yeah,
what about you?
Is
what about
uncomfortable sometimes.
Uncomfortable to say the least.
Yeah. My week. I've been feeling a little burnt out. I'm not going to lie. I've been feeling
dragging?
A little... Yeah, like just with work, with, the podcast, trying to plan this, Thanksgiving as well. I cooked the greens and
you did that?
My grandma said I put my foot in it. I just want to let y'all
Granny
know.
Said that? Okay.
Yeah, so I was really cleaning them greens and cutting them.
Yeah.
But I really need a vacation. Like I need to slow down because I'm trying to do everything, and I can tell I'm getting a little lazy. Like when you get burnt out, you can be fatigued.
Yeah, you're fatigued.
Just tired for no reason. Mm-hmm. I wake up, I work out, then I'm tired again. I want to take a nap. I'm like, I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm on the clock.
I'm going back to sleep.
But yeah. I know I need a vacation. I know my body is telling me, like, you need to slow down.
Yeah.
You need to take a break. You've been doing a lot. Okay, that's good and all, but you need to slow down. So
you gotta put yourself before your grind sometimes.
Right. Exactly. Because I want to accomplish so much, and I have so many ideas and just so much going on in my head, and I want to do it. But at the same time, I have to take that, self-care time.
Yeah. Take a break. Them ideas will be there tomorrow.
Right. Exactly. Our first segment, hate to see it. Did y'all watch the fight last night?
My boy, wait, first, let's talk. Has my boy Nate Robinson woke up yet? Is he still asleep?
Oh my God.
Nate, are you out there, bro? You still... Buddy.
It's like he slid off the glove and then just onto the floor. I'm like, how does that work? I don't understand. I thought...
Yo, it was lights out for my guy.
But it really made me respect boxers a lot more because this is really a craft. Like, they really work their butts off to be good at it. Some people think that it's just fighting. Like, no, this is a skill. This takes training. Yep. This takes years of training. You can't just go in there and think, oh, yeah, I'm going to fight this person and it's going to be...
Come on, my boy Nate probably grew up in the hood. We all think we got hands. Yeah. Put boy in the ring under the bright lights and got work.
Yeah,
I hate to see that.
And I've been seeing a lot of memes about it, but there's been a few people... I think I saw Floyd Mayweather... was trying to uplift him and...
Pick him up, Floyd. Pick him up. Get him off the ground.
Pick him up.
Yeah, pick him up. Don't uplift him. Get him up. Shoot. Somebody might need to check in with that dude because he getting a lot of backlash on that one.
But I did see that he was doing it to tell his kids like to face your fears. Like, just because you are not used to doing something, sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone and do it. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't thinking that he was going to get knocked out.
Hey.
But.
Hey. Sometimes you gotta be willing to die behind what you stand for. And if that's something he was standing for, he got knocked out for it. You gotta roll with the punches and grow from it, learn from it.
Yeah, he tried. But Mike Tyson.
The old heads, though. The old heads, man.
People were saying that they look like the two uncles fighting at the cookout or something like that.
Now that's what Snoop was saying on the commentary. He was like, "This look like my uncles at the barbecue."
And the fight was over so fast.
It was.
But I'm glad that Mike got a chance to be back in the ring, because I know that he equates like his value with boxing. Yep. When he stopped boxing, like he went into a depression, man. And he was on drugs. He been through a lot. He been to jail before and everything. So when he didn't have boxing, like he really had to find his, his other purpose.
Right. I was just talking to my cousin, and we was talking about like Mike. It looked like he didn't went to some therapy. He didn't sat down and work some things out. I give him kudos for that.
He does. He definitely does go to therapy, because he has his own podcast, I believe. I think it's called like Hot Box with Mike Tyson or something like that, because he smokes a lot of weed as well. But he does talk about it in his podcast. But it was just funny. Like it was a funny fight.
Funny fight. My boy Roy Jones Jr. He kept on throwing that little jab, running away. I was rolling. I was dying the whole fight.
My mom was like, "It's gonna be a knockout." I was like, "No, it's not. These men are old.
They ain't got it in them."
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Mike still wants some moto after the fight. Yeah, they had the post interview. He was like, "Nah, we doing this again. We got to go again." I'm like, "Dang, Mike, you trying to get in?" He's like, "We can line it up right now."
You got to think about when he was in his prime. Think about what that does to a person. That fame, being the best. Knocking out all these people, and he got a taste of that again last night. He's not gonna want to give it up.
No, that's facts.
He's not gonna want to give it up. It's like he's back on top, having that feeling. Even though it was a draw,
right?
Which I kind of agree with that, because I just feel like they were just old and just tussling.
It wasn't a lot. Yeah, a lot didn't happen. It was more grabbing and grappling than it was.
Yeah, they were just grabbing each other. I'm like, let go.
That's what I'm saying. If it was punches being thrown, I think Mike would have knocked him out one time or something. At least dropped him.
Yeah,
but they was hugging.
Yeah, they was just hugging. I was like, wow, I paid $50 for this.
That's funny.
Okay. Well, they had performances and stuff, which is weird. I never seen that before, but. Was it worth $50?
Hey, they brought my boy Neo. Brought my boy Neo out. I was like, this is just an old event right here.
Yeah.
This is for the old timers.
Yeah. But it was entertainment. It was entertaining, I should say. I enjoyed watching it with my family and stuff, though. So it was cool.
Yeah, I was with my boy. But it in all honesty, it's like good to see Mike in this, like, taking this approach, because everybody looked at Mike like, man, this is the most dangerous person. You don't want to even be in a conversation with this dude.
Right,
but it's like he still got like that aggression behind him. Like you can see the aggression, but it's like he
has more control. He has more control over it.
You're still scared when you're talking to him, but it's like
he's not biting people's ears anymore.
I don't think you're gonna attack me. You might, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. It's different.
He has
now.
Control over it now, and that takes a lot of work, because you can definitely see the difference between back in the day and now. He definitely has control over it. But we are going into Let's Keep It Real.
Let's keep it real.
And last time I was here, I was talking about boys don't cry and black men hiding their emotions. So it's only right that this one is for the sisters.
For the sisters.
Okay.
For queens.
Strong black queens. Strong black women.
Y'all out there. What's up? What it do? To all my queens out there.
We're gonna go in a little bit, and some of y'all might get offended. But I'm on your side. Just know that I'm on your side. I came across this article that said the mental health cost of being a strong black woman.
Process that.
What? Now, when you call a woman a strong black woman, you're saying it as a compliment, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I thought too. When somebody calls me a strong black woman, I'm thinking, oh, that's a compliment. Like, I can do whatever. Like, I can do anything. But when I read that headline, I was like, wow, we really do. We save the world, but do we save ourselves?
Yeah. And do y'all get appreciated for y'all efforts in saving the world? Hell no.
I mean, we're I'm not gonna bash, okay? I'm not gonna bash.
I just feel like y'all efforts is not appreciated. Like the shit y'all got to go through in this world, between intersections, right? Because it's like y'all women, and you already know women got a lower status, lower standard in America and even globally.
Right.
But then on top of that, you a black woman. You know, black people getting oppressed, and it's like, man, y'all be going through it. Y'all go through the works.
Yeah, and I feel that in the home, our parents try to prepare us for that, but sometimes it's too tough. Okay. Like, it's too much. I don't know if you ever watch Red Table Talk, but Willow was on there talking about how Jada treated her completely different than Jaden. Like, she was just always on her. Like, it was as simple as when they wake up. Yeah. No, Willow, you got to get up on time. You can't sleep in. Jaden got to sleep in. Yeah. He got to say, 5 more minutes or whatever. But she was on her. And I feel that way too. I've always felt, and I've told my mom this before, that she was way harder on me about responsibilities and everything than my brother to this day. You got to do the chores. You got to do this. You got to set an example for your brother. They were on me all the time, and I always felt like, why y'all not on him?
Yeah. Damn.
Why y'all not on him?
That's crazy to think about that, because for me, I grew up. I'm the youngest of 4 older brothers, so my mom was a single mother. You know, my pops was way out in Texas, and she was just raising us on her own, and so like I never experienced that side of it, but I have experienced just seeing like the battles that a black woman goes through, and it's like I'm going through this alone by myself. You feel me? It's just me, and I'm raising 4 boys at the same time. So you know, I've always had this image of strong black woman in my head just because of my mother. But when you think about the mental health cost of being that strong and holding all that together,
think about all the sacrifices or all the times that she chose you guys over herself.
Exactly. And it was tough for her. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, we had it rough growing up, and I was one of those kids, like, I went to an all-white elementary school. You know, they had all the new games, new bikes, new shoes. You know, I'm running around here with the same basketball shorts on, busted shoes, dirty T-shirts. I'm like, Mama, what's up? Like, come on, can I get what my friends is getting? Right. Not even knowing how much weight that question held.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not even, you know.
She had 4 boys. Like,
4 boys. There's a lot of times, sometimes I walk in the room, my mom just being there, like, crying, just going through it. And I'm like, what's going on? Like,
it literally is costing her mental health to be strong for y'all. And we don't have to suffer like that anymore.
That's facts.
We don't have to do that anymore. And it's interesting that you brought up that you grew up in a all-white school.
All-white school.
Because I did too. Like, I remember being the only black girl in my kindergarten class. And that affected my self-esteem a lot. Just being the only one with nappy hair, being the only dark-skinned one. Yeah. You know, I always felt like I wasn't good enough. Yeah. I was always getting in trouble. I was always getting sent to the principal's office, and I always got in trouble for talking. Of course, that's why I made the podcast. But I remember I have a picture of my kindergarten report card, and it was just like, she's very talkative. She does this, this, and this. She needs to get tested for ADHD. Like, my teacher was hating on me. Yep. And that really affected my self-esteem. In elementary and middle school, I felt, dang, I don't want to sound too sad, but like, I really felt like, just like ugly, honestly.
Ugly.
I felt ugly. I felt like no boys really paid attention to me at that time, because they didn't. People are always commenting on my appearance, whether it's my hair, my eyebrows, my skin, whatever. I'm ashy, you know, like it's little things, but that really, you know,
it's like the focus is on you.
Right. Exactly. And also too, black women, black girls develop earlier.
That's true.
Than white girls, as far as everything, you know. So you get put on blast or stuff like that too. Your body is changing. Everybody else still has the little girl bodies, and then you're getting boobs or whatever, and that also can make you feel bad as well. I would say a lot of black women definitely struggle with self-esteem, and I was thinking about it too, just how when I was like in middle school, I used to beg my mom to get my hair pressed. Can you please pay for me to get my hair pressed? Can I get my hair pressed? Because I really did not like my natural hair at all. And I was thinking about too, you know how they just put through the Crown Act.
Okay.
And so the Crown Act is that they're going to allow you to wear your natural hair in the workplace without being discriminated against. Think about it. That just happened last year.
Man, like,
do you understand?
How is that something we were just talking about? Like, how is that a problem?
How? And you expect us to feel good about ourselves.
The expectation, that's the part that
like
kills me.
now,
right there.
everybody is, you know, pro-black, natural.
Yeah.
But when I was little, that wasn't the case. It was get your hair pressed.
Don't hop in that pool. Don't get your hair wet,
Exactly.
girl.
Don't get your hair wet. And that's crazy to me that we have to pass an act to allow me to wear my natural hair, the hair that grows out of my head, to work. That you won't discriminate against me. And then always constantly having to, in the workplace, even if you are allowed to wear braids or if you are allowed to wear your fro, then people want to ask questions about it. Oh, why is your hair like that? I used to get that all the time growing up. Why is your hair like that? Can I touch it? Can I?
Hell no.
But you can't say that, right?
Right.
Because then we're the angry black women.
Yeah.
Then we're the angry black women. But it's just like when we go through things like that all the time, don't we kind of have the right to be angry a little bit?
No, y'all do. Like, but what kills me is the expectation for y'all to go through all of those factors and still be expected to like keep y'all cool, not press nobody, not be angry.
Strong black woman.
Yeah, not you feel me? Not not stoop down to other people's level. But it's like you getting attacked on a daily basis. Like every time y'all walk into this world, there's so many factors weighing in against y'all. Right. It's like, damn, like y'all.
And also too, it's weird to me when white people or people who are not black will come up to you and point out your features. Like, oh, you have a really round butt. Or you, and I'm thinking, are you like fetishizing me? Like, whatever the word is, I don't know, but it's just like, we can't be too sexual. We can't be too plain. What? It's always a battle. One of the other things that I was researching were the common reasons why black women seek therapy or try therapy, and it was relationships. And I feel like self-esteem has a lot to do with what you put up with in the relationship. I heard one thing one time, and it was like, men act a certain way because women allow them to. And I was like, whoo, wait a minute. What do you think about that? Before I like go in on that, what do you think about that? Because a lot of women will go back to men who do them dirty.
That's
dirty.
Facts.
Men that won't even claim them.
That's facts.
In the light of day. So I'm asking a man, what do you think about that?
I'm trying to process it again for me. What was the sentiment?
Men will act a certain way or will dog girls out because women allow them to. You trying to be politically correct, huh?
Yeah, because my knee jerk reaction is like, hell yeah, you allowing him to do you like that.
Right.
Like, you running right back to the same track.
Right.
That, you know, he ain't changing. He ain't showing nothing different. He may say the words like, I'm sorry, But you know, a lot of times you gotta do sorry. You can't just say you sorry. Like, you gotta take them action steps. And you feel me? Sometimes women find themselves going back to men that don't even show the actions of change. Right? You know, you just saying, "Nah, it's gonna be different this time, baby. Nah, I ain't gonna cheat on you. Nah, I ain't gonna dog you out." And you find yourself back in the same trap. But I don't want to put that blame on the women. Like, that's a man problem. That don't got nothing to do with the woman, because the woman can be such a good woman. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
The woman can be a good woman. She can be doing everything she's supposed to be doing. But the man, you feel me, is stuck in his own selfish ego and selfish mentality, to where he's saying, you're not doing what I'm telling you to do, so I'm going to go find it somewhere else. But no, wait. I'm going to still keep you. I'm going to keep you right there. It's just a few qualities that you missing that I'm going to go over here.
Oh, they love to keep you around.
You know, I'm going to keep you. But,
at arm's reach.
But old girl over there, she got X, Y, and Z that I'm looking for. You just got A through F, right? But she got X, Y, and Z. I need to go get X, Y, and Z. Oh, and then she got MLP. She got Q qualities. I need to go. But no, just stay right there, baby. I'm coming back to you, because you got more qualities that I'm looking for. You got the most qualities, but I just need to find what I'm missing for a second. Then I'm going to double back. So I think it's a man problem too. Like, we be trying, we control this.
It takes two to tango. You ever
That's
heard
facts.
that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So when I heard that statement that women allow men to do that, I really thought about it, and I'm thinking, we don't want to be treated badly. We don't allow it.
Yeah,
what
allowing
do you mean?
it sounds like we welcoming.
But he is kind of true, and I'm gonna tell you why. I feel that, and I'll use myself as an example, because I don't want to, put a generalization on every black woman. But I would say for myself, I've stayed in situationships, in relationships, longer than I'm supposed to, out of the fear of being alone. It's really that simple. So when he says that women allow them to, it's kind of true, because we keep going back. We're enabling that behavior. If he does something to you, if he does you dirty or whatever, cheats on you, whatever, and you go right back and start doing all the same things that you did before, what lesson is learned? Nothing. He's going to keep doing it. He's going to keep treating you this way. He's going to keep cheating on you. He's going to keep, because you keep coming back. You keep sleeping with him. You keep doing the girlfriend duties, whatever it is. You keep going back. And I feel like that stems from the fear of being alone. And I added in a chart. It was basically, I was looking up the marriage rates for African American women. And 15 years and older, this was in 2016 by the U.S. Census Bureau, said only 26% of African American women get married or were married in 2016. All of USA was 48%. We're at 26. 26.
That's less than half.
That's low. That's very low. You understand? And a lot of black women are educated, so we know these stats.
Yeah.
We're thinking about these stats when we're in these relationships. And I remember thinking to myself, in my last relationship, did I really just waste 3 years of my life, and this is not even the person that I'm going to marry? I'm going to have to start over? Do you know that fear of starting over? We will stay. We just don't want to be.
Restart, huh?
Just so we don't have to start over. Yeah. I literally stayed in a relationship I knew I did not want to be in. I knew this person had did me wrong. And I was like, well, we've been together for so long. Like, I should just at least try. No. Yeah. You should go. You should go. That's costing you your mental health.
Yep.
Stop enabling the behavior.
Yep. You know, something else that just dawned on me, looking at these numbers, like, that also speaks to, like, what we see in the mass media, right? Like, in terms of black women in relationships, like, that narrative isn't pushed heavily like black women like a video vixen or a stripper or,
right.
you know, doing something that's sexualizing their body,
right.
using their body image to, you know, get them what they need.
Right.
You know, that image is pushed. You see it all through our music, TV shows, movies.
How about the
that.
image of independent woman? I don't need no man.
Yeah, that's
I could do it all
That's what
on
I was
my
going
own.
to say. Yep. And then that's the other image. I can do it all on my own. I don't need nobody. I got this. It's all me. So those two images don't align with a relationship or marriage. You know,
right.
that just pushes us farther away from that, right?
Right.
We don't see, you know, I'm in a happy, healthy, wealthy relationship with
right.
another black man. You don't see that too often.
Yeah. And even in TV and movies, it's like there are marriages, there are relationships, but there's always something.
Yep.
It can't just be we're just in love and we're happy. I mean, I get it. Like, life happens, and I'm really thinking about Insecure right now because, spoiler alert, if you have not watched Insecure, I'm about to spoil it for you. But in the last season, Issa and Lawrence finally got back together. Now, they broken up in season 1 because Issa, she was wrong. Okay, she cheated. Anyway, I'm gonna skip over that part. But they finally did some healing, some soul searching. Okay. They were separated for like 3 years or 2 years, and they got back to each other. They realized that they want to be together, and it was just like, oh yes, black love, no drama. Then he gets this girl pregnant.
Oh.
The girl that he dated right before he got back with Issa, she turns up pregnant, and I'm thinking, why does black love always have to come at a cost?
At a cost.
Why can't it just be love?
It's like, cause man, honestly, I think it's the fear like that America got over the black family. Like,
man,
that's been.
We about to get into.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too deep, but you feel me? It's the fear. Like,
we might have to say that for the relationship episode.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. I just think it's fear. I think it's fear. Like, don't promote that image because we don't want it. You know how powerful that is?
Right.
A black man and a black woman coming together in unison. That's a scary thing, man. It's a scary thing.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. I really wanted to go in on that, but I'm gonna try to reel it back in because we're talking about strong black women. Yeah. But yeah, I would say when I started going to therapy, the main reason was because of the ending of that relationship. And I really felt like nobody's ever going to want to be with me. Mm-hmm. Nobody's ever going to want to commit to me again. Mm-hmm. How am I going to find that when we're in this day and age where you could literally swipe right and somebody could show up and you could have sex with them?
We are there. That's
Do you get what I'm saying? How am I supposed to find substance? How am I supposed to find somebody I'm going to be committed to in this day and age right now when you have everything is at your fingertips, literally. Everything is at your fingertips. So that caused me to be very depressed, I would say. When I realized, because I tried to skip over the fact that I was single. I didn't mourn the relationship. I was just like, I'm single. Let's go. Let's party. Let's do.
Right.
But then when it actually hit me, like, no, you're alone, dog. Mm-hmm. You can't text nobody. You can't call nobody. I really got really sad. Mm-hmm. And I remember telling my therapist, like, I feel like I'm gonna be alone. And yeah, it's sad that we think that way. Mm-hmm. But when you see stuff like this chart, that's why we think that way.
That's facts.
That's why we think that way. And look on the percentage of never married, 48%.
Oh, dang, I didn't even
That's
see
almost
that.
half.
Wow.
Half of African American women
I'm telling you.
are never married.
I'm telling you, it's just so many factors.
Right.
But like, if you, for example, like you saying you was going through it, you know what I'm saying, you know, you in a state of loneliness and whatnot, and then you go into a world that is also telling you, I don't care about you, like you at the bottom of the food chain in this society. Yeah. And I'm dealing with this, and depression is hard to deal with. Loneliness is hard to deal with.
Right.
It'll consume a person. Mm-hmm. And to have to still be expected to live your life, to go to work, go to school, whatever you was doing at that time.
Right.
And just expected to live through that.
Yeah, I had a full-time job. I was working over 40 hours a week.
You know what I'm saying?
In the schools, and I felt empty. I definitely felt empty. And I kind of talked about this on the episode, How Do I Know If I Need Therapy? Mm-hmm. But relationships are definitely one of the main factors, what we deal with all the time. The fear of being alone. The fear that we'll never get married. We might never have kids. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's sad. But I'm at the point right now where I'm okay with being alone. And not to the point where I'm isolating, like, leave me alone. Yeah. But I'm okay with letting things happen naturally. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you never know what could happen. Yeah. You can't say that I'll never get married. Right. But you can't say I am going to get married. Mm-hmm. You just have to live in the moment and just appreciate the moment for what it is. Yeah. Once you do that, it's less anxiety, less stress, less, you know, depressive thoughts. But another thing that black women, well, strong black women, black women in general, all black women. Yeah. Okay. We want to save everybody. I put specifically being superwoman because I've struggled with this personally too. Doing everything for everybody and not doing anything for myself. For yourself. Yeah. I always feel like people don't reciprocate what I do for them. Mm-hmm. I'm always going above and beyond for everybody. Yep. And you can't do that. Yep. You can't do that. It's okay to say no sometimes. I know it's hard for some people, but it's okay to say no sometimes. You have to know your limits. I remember it was around this time last year, and I had gotten, like, really sick. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, COVID.
I don't know. This was before we knew what COVID was. This is before we knew what COVID was. But I remember being really sick and still trying to do all these things. I was trying to sing in the choir. I had to cook for Thanksgiving. I had to work. I had to do all this stuff. And the guy that I was dating at the time, he was like, you're doing too much. Your body is literally telling you you're doing too much. And you still want to do more. But I felt the responsibility like, no, I already said yes. I already committed to it. I have to do it. I have to do this. I have to do that. And I was just like, I like helping people. But you got to help yourself. Yep. Strong black queens, strong black women. Gotta do it. It's okay to save the world, but you got to save yourself first. Because if you're burnt out, how many people are you going to save? How many lives are you going to change? Or how are you going to do your job? Yeah, how effective are you going to be if you don't allow yourself that same compassion that you're giving to everybody else? Mm-hmm. Just think about, I see a lot of statistics like about black women being the most educated and having the most small businesses and entrepreneurship. And think about how much time and effort you put into your craft or your job or your business, whatever it is. And think about how much time you put into yourself, into your self-care, into your vacation time, into all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. If you're putting all of your, energy into that and nothing into you, what are you going to have left?
Yeah, and it's good we shine a light on this topic because this is the narrative that we need to push. And I think a part of the problem with this save the world mentality, it comes from, our upbringing, our psychodynamics. Like black women, you guys are like almost trained and taught how to care for people. But the narrative isn't, well, let me tell you how to care for yourself too. Right. Let me buy you this baby doll. Oh, did you feed that baby doll? This is a little girl. Like, did you?
Man, I never even thought about
that. Did you change baby's diaper? Like, what's the first gift? The first thing I think to buy my nieces or something is a little baby doll. That they can go and take care of. You know what I'm saying? But I never thought to say, let me get this.
You getting deep on me?
I'm telling you, like, let me buy this for them. That's gonna focus on their self-care, on something they can do for themselves. Right. But we project like, y'all need to. You're supposed to be doing something for somebody else because that's what we do in this black community. You know what I'm saying? So
I never thought about that.
Yeah, from a young age, that's the mentality that, and if you don't work through those things when you're younger, it's just gonna carry on with you through the rest of your life, right?
Right.
So we got to change the narrative as parents. I'm not a parent myself, but parents, we have to be able to promote that. Yeah, you should be able to take care. Men and women should be taking care of things. Like, it isn't on the women to provide care and comfort for a family.
Right.
No, it's both men and women. It's not just on the woman. So as parents, we got to push that narrative to our children.
And I agree with you too, because I feel like we're taught that the black woman is going to handle everything, because sometimes we are forced to handle everything. Some people are like, well, I don't have time to do self-care. I don't have time to do this because I have to get this done. This is my survival. But at this point, all I'm saying is, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't think that you're weak if you go to a therapist because you can't handle all the responsibilities that you have.
We gotta stop making it a thing, like being afraid to ask somebody to help. I don't get it. Like,
I think it's comparison, because think about it. You just told me about your mom, who raised how many sons? 5 or four sons by herself. Yep. I'm assuming she didn't go to therapy when you were kids.
I don't think so.
So she did all this. She's still here. We compare ourselves to that. Thinking about, I don't even have kids. I don't even have, I don't have anything to complain about.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Do you get what I'm saying? My mama didn't go to therapy and she turned out fine. Or Big Mama didn't go to therapy and she turned out fine. She did it with, making this little amount of money and with 11 kids. So who am I to complain about?
Yeah, the little things I'm going through.
Right. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is. But you can't compare yourself to everybody. It was a different time. Maybe they didn't even know that they had access to those type of resources or therapy or whatever. That wasn't really an option back in the day, because black people are just now getting onto therapy.
Yeah, and comparisons don't work, because mental injuries is not something that you can see. So you think that mama ain't going through it. You think Big Mama got it all together, but you never know.
Right.
What's going on in
you
their
never
head,
know. Like you just said, sometimes you would walk in and see your mom just crying. But think about it, like it probably took her a while to even get to that point to cry. So she was going through a lot, and just at that breaking point, she decided to cry. But she was probably been going through stuff that made her upset or stressed her out or pushed her to her limit. But man, I feel like I'm yelling. I'm sorry. I get passionate when I talk about my
Say
sisters,
that, Queen.
okay?
Say that, Queen.
I'm sorry. I'm yelling at y'all, but I'm going to bring it back down. Being a superwoman, being a strong black woman, it's okay as long as you're taking care of yourself. Nobody is telling you to stop being strong or to
keep doing your thing, keep
not,
rocking.
Not have all these accomplishments, but just remember to show yourself some compassion. Self-care. I never really knew what self-care was until I got my master's in social work. I'm like, self-care, what is that? But it's self-explanatory. You're taking care of yourself. That means
and everything.
Exactly. If that means you have to turn your
not everything.
Okay.
Doing some good things.
If that means you have to turn your cell phone off so that you can have 30 minutes of quiet time and listening to music or whatever it is that you like to do, take a bath, do that.
Yep. Because you deserve it. Black women, you deserve it.
Especially if it's at your job. It could wait.
Yeah.
Are they going to fire you if you don't do this? It could wait.
It'll be there tomorrow.
Take care of yourself. Don't stress yourself out more than you need to do. And yes, we are strong. Yes, we could accomplish a lot of things. Yes, we're unstoppable. I agree with all those narratives. I love those narratives. But let's not shame black women who do go to therapy, who do have mental health issues. I saw a meme. It wasn't a meme, but like one of those quotes that Black women see depression or anxiety as them failing. It's like, you're not failing, sweetie. You're just going through it. You're not failing. It's okay. It's okay.
You fighting.
It's okay.
You ain't failing. You fighting.
Exactly.
You
exactly.
fighting.
You're dealing with a lot. And don't minimize your problems because you know other people that have bigger problems, but they're not you and you're not them. Everybody responds differently to everything. So you can't compare yourself to Big Mama or your mama or whoever, your auntie that did it on her own with 2 nickels to rub together. Don't do that. You don't have to compare yourself to that. Please just take care of yourself. That's the main point of this episode. We could be strong. We could save the world. But I just really want to stress taking care of yourself so that you're not burnt out. So that you're not feeling down.
Yeah. You know, I would say, like, black women, black queens, y'all should think of it like this. Like, I'm out here fighting. I'm out here doing whatever I got to do to make sure I'm successful in life. I'm being a strong black woman. I'm being a superwoman. So in order to hold that stature, in order to hold that, you know, that level, my place in this world of being a strong black queen, I need to do things to take care of myself. I need to, you know, talk to somebody. I need to have some therapy. I need to do some self-care in order to continue to be this strong superwoman.
Right.
Because if I don't do this, I may come to a breaking point. I may break down. Everything may come to a hold if I don't make it intentional that I'm taking care of myself. So take that stance. Like, because I love when I see black women eating. Like, when you hit me up about this podcast, I'm like, a black woman? Like, yes, I'm rocking with you. Like, I'm y'all number one supporter. I'm y'all biggest fan. Like, y'all got to keep on doing y'all thing, but just make sure you're taking care of yourself so you can continue to prosper and continue to, you know, grow and accomplish things in y'all lives, because y'all be going through hell, but y'all be getting through it, and it's something that we don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that's expected. Y'all expected to get through it.
Yeah, we're expected to get through it. We're expected to hold it down, but that has a cost. Literally, the mental health cost of being a strong black woman. These are the costs. Stress. All this stuff. So, man. Hopefully this uplifts somebody and let somebody know that it's okay to not be okay sometimes.
It's okay to not be okay.
We're going to go into It's Time to Change Your Life.
It's time to change your life.
I almost called you your government name. Almost. But Hood Psychologist, how am I changing my life today?
Listen to me. I think I'm going to be speaking more to the men in this section, because I think when we're talking about the stressors and the factors and the intersectionalities that black women go through specifically, a lot of the times it's men creating these systems and creating these environments where women are feeling like they have to be secondary to men, right? So if you think about how much money a man makes compared to a woman, you know, the dollar amount is different for the same qualities and the same abilities to do, you know, career jobs and whatnot. And that situation, that environment is created by men. Like, this structure of America is created by men. So we got to find a way to lose just a sense of that control and put black women period, at a equitable playing field.
As your equal.
Yeah, like, we ain't no better than y'all just because we're a man. I know the narrative is the man goes out, provides, you know, the man got the job, finances, holds the family down, the rock of the, you know, foundation and whatnot. And all that's cool, but to what extent are you putting your woman on the back burner? Right? So what happens is we have to take a second to acknowledge what we're doing in our own lives, that we can help change that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be able to change that. We can't be out here trying to control every situation that we get into, because we're going to find ourselves not only hurting ourselves, but hurting the woman that we with, right? And if you think about it, men is a cold piece of work, fellas. I'm going to keep it real. Like, like this idea of us controlling our relationships and, you know, all of this stuff, it's really a cold piece of work. Because how I was talking to you about the qualities, right? Think about it like this. Like, you got one man, right, that's with his woman, and he's saying, I want my woman to act this way. This is how I need my woman to act if I'm going to be in this relationship. And if not, I'm going to bounce. Matter of fact, if she ain't acting this way, she missing a couple things. It's like 2 qualities, 2 aspects of her life that I wish was different, that I wish would change. I'm gonna go highlight this chick over here, and get those 2 qualities. But like I was saying, she got all the other qualities, so I'm gonna keep it right there. But I just need it. I can't make her do these other 2 qualities, the 2 things that's burning me. So I'm gonna go find it somewhere else, right? And I'm gonna control the woman that I'm going to go find those qualities from. Like, nah, baby, I only need those 2 qualities from you. That's it. I don't need no relationship. I don't need nothing. And a lot of times the sexual stuff that we talking about, I don't need no relationship. I just need you for that. And then I'm back over here with my wife. I'm back over here with baby.
Or the controlling aspect.
You know what I'm saying? So then sometimes it's not even just one woman that a man's trying to control. It's a number of women that we controlling. Like, she got that, she got this. I got 5 women on my plate that's all giving me one mind, one psyche, one person, one man control over all of these women. And you got to think about, like, that's something that you got to work out with yourself, man. Like, you got to break that selfish ego. But on the back end of you controlling everything, it's like you creating this world for black women where they feel like, I need to deal with this man that's only using me for you know these 2 things, because that's the man. That's what I'm supposed to do. Like, he's the man in my life. But that shit, it's crooked. It's all not for real though. Like, I'm really
you getting tight.
Yeah, I'm really against it, because we gotta figure out a way to appreciate our black women more. We gotta figure out a way to value y'all more. Like, you guys are our closest thing to God. Is like, y'all give birth to our life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, how could we find ourselves in a position to where we're controlling the person that created us, right? I don't mean to touch in nobody's religious beliefs or whatever, but I feel like the black woman creates us. So how do we not hold y'all up to the highest standard?
Right.
How do we not value y'all to the maximum capacity that we can value y'all? How can we put it in our mind that we can do y'all dirty or look at y'all as some type of sex symbol or some type of, just sexual item, instrument that I can use? How do we come to this level of thinking? It's because of the things that we allow and influence our thoughts. It's because we grow up in a world where we say men are in control. They ain't in control, bro. Take your step back and put your queen. If you got a queen in your life, take your step back.
Pour into your queen,
you know
okay?
Yeah. Step back and allow her to have a peace. Allow her to have a life. I ain't gonna get into something personal, but you know what I'm saying? I just really feel like we can show our appreciation and our values to y'all by allowing y'all to be you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Allow your girl to be you. That's all I'm saying. So it's time to change your life. It's time to change the way you're thinking. Take a step back from all of that control, because it can get stressful on yourself, but then think about the level of stress that you're putting on all of them women that you're dealing with, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Keep the love and the peace. Let's see what's good with y'all next week. We out.